Parliament after a very stormy debate, high drama that also unfolded in Parliament in the introduction of the three bills. And the moment that they were taken up yesterday in the House, the opposition erupted, accusing the government of using Women's Reservation Bill as an escape route for delimitation and attempting to undo the protections put in place by previous governments. Now, when the voting happened, 251 MPs backed the move to introduce the bill, while 185 opposed it. The House is all set to vote at 4 p.m. today afternoon. And however, on the downside, the bill faces a tough numbers test. The two-thirds majority is something that is needed for a constitutional amendment. And on paper, the NDA seems to be falling short of that number. So why is the opposition, which is backing Women's Reservation Bill back in 2023, is resisting now? Because the government has clubbed with delimitation, expanding the Lok Sabha seats from 543 to 816. Let's give you the quick math of the numbers there, because what has now been said on part of the government at the very introduction of the Constitution 131st Amendment Bill 2026, that is aimed at enabling women's reservation and also facilitating delimitation, that was approved in the Lok Sabha following a division of votes in the House. And this development came after the opposition pressed for a recorded vote, leading to a formal division process. So looking at the numbers there, now as far as the two-third challenge that rests with the government for the NDA in Lok Sabha, the government has 292, the government needs at least 360 votes, and they are falling short of at least 68 votes. Now, the similar situation can also be seen in the Rajya Sabha. The government has 138, the government needs 163, falling short of nearly 25 votes. Now, on part of the government, they have been saying that it is necessary to link the two. That is delimitation and reservation of seats for women. That actually can operationalize the 33% quota planned by 2029 when the next Lok Sabha elections happen. So that seems to be, as far as when it comes to the government is concerned, to build the kind of consensus that is now needed to pass the bills. Now, when we talk about what has happened ahead of the second day of the Parliament session, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, however, has strongly pitched for Nari Shakti, setting the tone before the crucial Lok Sabha vote. Lauding the spirit of service among women, the Prime Minister says that Nari Shakti remains the hallmark of a strong and a resilient India. And he's also emphasized that it is mothers and daughters of the country which are at the forefront. And that is the very reason of India's growth story. Let's take a look at his latest post this morning, what he says. And this is day 2 of the debate and the discussion that will continue in Parliament. He says that our feminine power is the hallmark for a strong India, and the mothers and sisters and daughters of the nation are enhancing the pride of Bharatvarsh in every field today with their unbreakable resolve, devotion and spirit of service. May she, who by her own power created this universe, embodied as the collective form of power from all gods without exception, worshipped by all gods and great sages alike, who we bow to in devotion, and may she bestow auspiciousness upon us. So in a way, seeking blessings, Bharat Mata is something that he needs, that needs to power through as far as when it comes to this passage of the bills are concerned. Opposition floor leaders, meanwhile, what we are learning, in a short while from now, will be also holding their floor strategy meeting at the chambers of the leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha, which is Mallikarjun Kharge. So this time around, because consensus building is something that is needed for the government as well, because when it comes to the passage of these bills are now concerned, opposition cooperation is something that even the government needs. Well, Nyamika, good morning. What would be the floor strategy there? Of course, there has been constructive round of debates that also happened in Parliament on first day. What do we expect on the second day?
There is a crucial high-level meeting which is going to take place at 10 o'clock. It is the floor leaders of the opposition parties who are going to formulate the floor strategy. This meeting is going to be held at the chamber of leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. We have seen that how there has been a continuous demand which is by the opposition parties that this women's reservation should be implemented without linking it with delimitation, and they have given this clear indication to the government of India that if when the voting will take place, when the women's reservation is going to be linked with delimitation, then they are going to surely oppose it, as they are going to vote against it. However, if we talk about the numbers as well, then it will be a task for the opposition parties to stay united in this entire matter, because we have seen that different kinds of statements are coming in. When the debate had taken place in Lok Sabha yesterday as well, there are different opinions which are coming in from the India bloc parties. But if we talk about the voting in particular, then they are also trying to figure out that how they will also be standing united
in this entire issue, because they are saying that the way in which delimitation is being proposed by the government of India, it will be a huge injustice which they will do to the southern states as well as the northeastern states, and that is the point of concern. They are basically stating that they have already supported the women reservation bill which had come in 2023, and if on the same condition it will be implemented on the ground in the current scenario, then they will welcome it. But if it will be linked with delimitation, then they are surely going to oppose it. Today, even the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is also expected to make an address regarding this entire matter. So it will be really interesting to see that what is going to be the future
Priyanka
strategy.
Gandhi spoke yesterday. Remains to be seen if Rahul Gandhi speaks today on the matter. But on part of the LOP, Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge's chambers is what is being said around 10 a.m. is when the meeting happens of the opposition leaders that will be chalking out their floor strategy. Now, what is important today, because the second day of the discussion that happens, this is a 3-day marathon Manthan that has now been called. On part of the opposition, they have been very clear, saying that we are not resisting the women's reservation bill. We are for it. But as far as it now being linking to delimitation is something that they have and concern and objection with. So here is Akhilesh Yadav, who has been also speaking yesterday. Of course, there are other issues with regards to caste census that also came up in the parliament. And this is what he has been saying, कि हर बात से अगर साजिश की बू नहीं होती और यकीन करते कि लोग के अगर बात जुमला ही नहीं होती और दरअसल अगर आवाम से दोस्ती निभाई होती तो इतनी जल्दी विदाई की घड़ी आई नहीं होती. So it's a very poetic swipe that he seems to be now taking, a conspiracy charge that he sees that something that smells fishy, something that according to Akhilesh Yadav is in a way not right, something suspicious. And now he seems to be now talking about government's empty slogans. And Akhilesh, however, seems to be now questioning the government's intent. Of course, he was something that he was also praised yesterday when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was speaking and called him as a mitra, as a dost. In the meantime, speaking of the opposition, they have been calling this as a backdoor move or a hissa chori. This is a new terminology that has been coined by Rahul Gandhi, with certain leaders who have now been warning of a reduced representation. Even as Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin launched that Black Flag campaign, he even, a symbolic protest of lighting fire to that document. Priyanka Gandhi also criticizing the government for linking the women's reservation with delimitation, questioning the delay in the implementation of 33% quota, and also arguing that it should not be tied to future delimitation exercise. And as far as DMK MPs in parliament are concerned, they came to the parliament wearing black clothes.
परसिमन आयोग में सरकार द्वारा चुने गए 3 जने इस पूरे देश के प्रदेशों का वजूद, देश के लोकतंत्र में उनकी भागीदारी और उनका महत्व तय करेंगे. लोकतंत्र को खत्म करने की शुरुआत तो इस सरकार ने चुनाव आयोग, न्यायपालिका, मीडिया और अन्य संस्थाओं पर अपना पूरा दबाव डालकर शुरू कर ही लिया था, मगर अब लोकतंत्र पर खुला वार होने जा रहा है.
तो मैं माननीय सदस्य प्रियंका जी को कहना चाहता हूं, हमने डीलिमिटेशन कमीशन एक्ट के अंदर कोई बदलाव नहीं किया है. फुल स्टॉप कोमा में आपका डीलिमिटेशन कमीशन एक्ट को हमने रिपीट किया है.
अगर ये विधेयक पारित होता है तो समझ लीजिए कि इस देश में लोकतंत्र खत्म हो जाएगा.
एक सबसे बड़ा नैरेटिव खड़ा किया जा रहा है, भ्रांति फैलाई जा रही है कि ये जो 3 विधेयक है, संविधान संशोधन विधेयक और 2 कानून, डिलिमिटेशन का और संघ क्षेत्र के चुनाव के कानून में बदलाव, वो आने से दक्षिण की क्षमता लोकसभा में बहुत कम हो जाएगी.
एक तरफ महिला आरक्षण की बड़ी बड़ी बातें, तो दूसरी तरफ गुप्त रूप से ओबीसी वर्ग का हक छीना जा रहा है और कुछ प्रदेशों की ताकत कम करके लोकतंत्र की धज्जियां उड़ाकर अगले चुनाव के लिए अपनी पार्टी की मजबूती का ढांचा बनाया जा रहा है.
अब इसमें भी 50% लगभग वृद्धि होगी, तो सीटें हो जाएगी 38 और 4.60 की जगह 4.65% उनकी शक्ति हो जाएगी. तो शक्ति बढ़ नहीं रही है, कम नहीं हो रही है, बढ़ रही है.
So let's talk about the Prime Minister while he was speaking in the House yesterday, he says if the opposition wants to take credit, then take it. Here is a blank check. And especially when it comes to the southern states, he's been saying that there is not a concern as far as assuring that the number of seats in the representation in parliament will not change. Prime Minister also taking a swipe at Stalin, saying that I thank them for putting a Kala Tika on the bills to ward off the evil eye. And this remark that came in when the DMK leaders were shouting slogans against the BJP and burning the proposed delimitation bill.
इस सदन में इस पवित्र जगह से कहना चाहता हूं, चाहे दक्षिण हो, उत्तर हो, पूर्व हो, पश्चिम हो, छोटे राज्य हो, बड़े राज्य हो, मैं आज एक जिम्मेवारी से कहना चाहता हूं कि निर्णय प्रक्रिया किसी के साथ भी भेदभाव नहीं करेगी। ये निर्णय प्रक्रिया किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं करेगी। अगर गारंटी शब्द चाहिए तो मैं गारंटी शब्द उपयोग करता हूं, वादा की बात करते हो तो मैं वादा शब्द उपयोग करता हूं, अगर तमिल में कोई अच्छा शब्द हो तो वो भी मैं बोलने के लिए तैयार हूं, क्योंकि जब नीयत साफ है तो फिर शब्दों का खेल करने की हमें जरूरत नहीं है जी।
Now, in the latest, let's talk about Bengal, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, because who also seems to be seeing conspiracy in women's reservation bill, and she's been now asking that why has the seat delimitation being tagged along with the women's reservation bill, and behind this, Mamata Banerjee now sees a conspiracy to enforce NRC to backdoors and also striking the voters' names off the list. So now they are saying that they are bringing both of the bills together, and she's now been calling it as a grave insult to women.
এখন বলছে বিল আনছে কি একসাথে মহিলাদের কত অসম্মান দেখুন 33% রিজার্ভেশন উইমেন মহিলাদের আমরা মন প্রাণ দিয়ে সমর্থন করেছি আমি এর জন্য আমি নিজেও পার্লামেন্টে অনেক লড়াই করেছি তুমি তার সাথে ডিলিমিটেশন কেন করছো তার কারণ বাংলাকে তুমি ভাগ করার চেষ্টা করছো সারা দেশকে ভাগ করার চেষ্টা করছো কেটে কেটে খণ্ড খণ্ড করার চেষ্টা করছো তাই দুটো মহিলা আর ডিলিমিটেশন একসাথে হতে পারে না মহিলা বিল আলাদা বিল ডিলিমিটেশন বিল আলাদা বিল
Well, such has been the objections that have been raised on part of, multiple states in the south as well. And if we look at both West Bengal and also Tamil Nadu, where elections are about to happen over there, so they have been vehemently raising the issue. Now, when we talk about the north versus south divide, well, this is something that what the southern states and the chief ministers mainly have been pointing out. But on record, when it comes, if we do the math exactly, there is not going to be much of a change at all. When we speak about multiple states in question, because this is where the southern states and their chief ministers have been saying that their representation in parliament will significantly reduce because they in a manner have been able to control their population, with is very much different as far as the northern parts of the country is concerned, whether it comes to Madhya Pradesh, whether it comes to other states like Tamil Nadu, then also when it comes to the representation of the northern states like Haryana versus the state of Kerala and their population and their representation in Lok Sabha is concerned. We're also looking at when it comes to the differences that has also been seen in Karnataka population in Lok Sabha seats versus when it comes to the northern states of Rajasthan there. So this is what the government has been saying, that there is not going to be a change, a guarantee, but the Prime Minister says as far as the assurance that he seems to be giving, and also asking when it comes to the leaders in the opposition and also leaders from the southern states in particular not to mislead and not to spread misinformation.